My Gavan and Melanine, and welcome back to the Northern Dúnedain campaign. You join us as the Misty Mountains begin to swamp into the lands of Imladris, and beyond into our own lands. But first I must just explain one little feature which I think I did in a faction overview video, but it would seem more apt to describe it in the video in question, and that is because I have edited the ancillaries and yet continued on with this save game. As you may have seen, some of my generals now have very curious ancillaries, and this is highlighted no better than with Ranger Captain Gandalf the Engineer, who has Asphaleth. He has Balin's Battle Axe, which is pretty cheeky. He has the Axe of Khazad-dûm, so he's apparently been to Khazad-dûm a couple of times and taken some weapons from them. He's a staunch Uruk-hai captain, which is always good to see. He's the commander of the Loke Rim, so first commander of the Easterling armies. He's doing very well indeed. And he's a second Marshal of the Mark, so he's getting around. He is getting around very well. And to top it all off, he has the Witch King's Ring, which is actually held by 3 of my generals, so that's an interesting one. And he is apparently the next heir to the throne of Lothlorien with Amroth's cloak. So it's been a bit of an interesting few years for Gandalf by the looks of things. In the north, Halbarad also has a few issues. He's third Marshal of the Mark, so he's not as good as Gandalf, but he's also got the Witch King's Ring. Pillimor's got a Witch King's Ring, and he's also a pagan magician, which is rather interesting. Especially interesting given that the pagan magician I don't actually believe is available to anybody. So somehow not only has the game given random ancillaries around, it has given ancillaries that are not available to certain generals. So that's always good to see. Morfintha has become a master of assassins, even though we can't train assassins. And the only general who seems to be unaffected is our leader, Chieftain Eldarion, who I believe has just 3 standard Northern Dúnedain ancillaries. So anyway, there we are. Bit of an issue, bit of a concern. Nothing too... It's not going to break the game, but it does just mean some of the ancillaries will be a bit messed up.
Yes, my lord.
But anyway, let's carry on. We've got some major issues. As you've seen, there's Misty Mountains on the far east. We've got an army in Northern, which is far, far, far away from anywhere important, so we need to get that to the front. We soon hope to begin attacks on Enadwaith, so we need to muster an army and head south with that. And Gandalf at the minute is going to be trying to defend Dúnedain against the onslaught of the Misty Mountains. In other news, while the turns tick by, there are only 6 faction overviews remaining. However, I am away for most of this week, so there won't be one this Thursday. Oh, the Prince of Dol Amroth is dead. Edoras has been sieged. Minas Tirith has been overrun. This is not a good day for the Free Peoples. Oh, the Enadwaith forces are moving through our land. Continue building towers, because what is a man who doesn't build towers?
With honor.
Faithless.
Making camp here.
Gandalf has arrived. Oh, so has someone else. Who are you? Araglas, have you just come of age? Faction announcements. Yes, you have. Should we find out who you're related to, Araglas? Haha! You are the blood son of Amlith the Defender and Galathwen. Who... Oh, your brother is Gandalf. That's always good. Well, you're adopted. That entire family line is adopted. The Northern Dúnedain are one of the few factions, I believe, who don't have an ancillary that allows them to choose their next heir. Oh no, I think they do actually. Yeah, there's no reason why I wouldn't have given it to them. But because the ancillaries have all been screwed up, there's no way of knowing what it would, where it will go. Oh yeah, I think it's the. I think I made it the Scepter of Anuminas, if I remember rightly.
Your orders, my lord.
If you head down there, and then on the next turn make your way to Fornos, which will have a very good army by the time you finish the towers.
With honor, this tower will keep vigil over the
so in 0.52, if you're playing 0.52, which I highly recommend, you will have an ancillary for the Northern Dúnedain to choose your next faction heir. In answer to the 3 or 4 questions I've now had asking if I'm going to go and mod Attila Total War, I'm afraid no, I am not going to go and mod Attila Total War. Given the speed of which CA are churning out their next installments of Total War games, and given the lack of modding support which seems to become a feature of every new installment, I fear it is not going to be long until mods dwindle away from anything other than sticking to that time period, if that makes sense. So I don't think you'll see too many more overhaul mods for the later Total War games. What are we making money-wise? 8,000. So let's get some more units, because we are going to have to march out and deal with them. Agorolg.
I'm gonna stick you.
Factionaire is on his way.
Your orders, my lord.
Has Mistman been affected? Yes, he has. He's oh no. He's good. No screw up there, and none with Halidon the Handsome. Cheeky. Don't think there's much more that we can do this time. We're also going to be attacked. Oh, it's Golfimble.
Have a taste of my blade.
Yes, my lord.
I'm pretty sure that in one of the very first Northern Dúnedain videos I explained that the Golfimble story from The Hobbit is actually true, dare I say, or canonical. Let's call it canonical. And from Golfimble is where the word golf comes. Of course, in Tolkien's Legendarium. This is going to be such an arduous battle. We are outnumbered so severely. Oh, 2-1. Orcabal as well. He's a very good general. Look at that. Oh, he's got Bolg's champions and Mountain Orc Hunters. Our first battle with the Mountain Orc Hunters on the actual field. Otherwise, he's just got hordes of terrible goblins. He has got a 9-star unit of Rudar Savages. That's ridiculous. Some more Bolg's champions, but there's only 10 of them. Overall, not a massively strong army, but still one that could be a threat.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
So we march to the lands of Hollin, the western gate of Moria. There is a rather aggressive picture of Smaug. Looks like he's made of rock. Anyway, to war. We are being attacked, and that hill there looks rather pleasant, doesn't it? Let us line up here. Right, the only thing we have an advantage is our vastly superior archers, and also our large number of archers. So we'll just make a line straight in front of them. No, we want to use the hill more. Let's get the units that aren't very full, or get those up there. Make sure no one's firing fire arrows. Good. Do we have any cavalry? Yes. Is it going to be worth putting stakes down? I don't think so. Ah, we've got men of Rudar with us. Interesting they still say that one, but you're not going to overthrow the West anymore, boys. You're back in the true name of Arnor. Are there any trees nearby? No, there are not. Where was the... Who attacked us? Which one attacked us? Agorolg. So Orcabal is going to be coming from over there. So really, we want to be a bit more twisted. Oh, they've gone hiding. Oh, it's because they can hide anyway, can't they? Idiot. Line those up. Line those up. Right, Lumberman, you're going to be prepared for Agorolg. Cardlin, Swordman, stay hidden on the flank. And Cavalry, we will use you as and when it is necessary.
The enemy have brought up more men.
But there we are. Though we may be outnumbered today, men, We have the true sons of Arnor in our ranks,
Fight with courage.
and we aim to fight well.
A legion of the hills.
Flag of the Northern Dúnedain flies proudly above the field today. Oh, they're firing already. Alright, the first army that is attacking us, the major threat comes from those Rudar savages and Bolg's champions, even though there's only, however many of them there are, 10 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, yeah. They've got some wargs on the sides. Oh, and they've got ballistas. The cavalry will be needed, but those wargs will have to be dealt with first. Very well. Hit them head on! Oh, they're going for the Arthedain men-at-arms. Excellent charge on the wargs, has almost halved their numbers immediately. That's good, because then we can pull through. Charge them and take some of the force out of their own charge. Oh, that was interesting. They changed their minds at the very last minute, so we got a full charge on. Have our cavalry made it out? No, they are fumbling. How many wargs are still alive? Oh, I don't think really any. Also, they have an actual bodyguard, so we're going to need to deal with him to cripple and break their morale. First reinforcements of Agorol's army are arriving. Or Orcabal, sorry. Oh, and there's Bolg's champions. Soak up the charge, lumbermen. I don't think they soaked up that charge very well, do you? I fear as though they may have just been massacred by 10 Bolg's champions. Those units, ridiculous. Our line is holding though. Nothing else is flanking us, so Cardlin, you're going to join the fray. Cavalry are about to take out the siege equipment. Good, good, good. Oh my word, there's an entire contingent of Bolg's champions. Ah. This is going to actually require some degree of thought to win this. Those Bolg's champions are remarkably strong. And there's an entire battalion of them. Pull away, pull away, pull away. No, not the hunters. Pull away properly, come on. Idiots. Can't let those hunters get us. Harass units at the back. Oh, look at the Arthedain units. They're going for it. Cardlin charge in there.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Oh, I think their general may have just used a power. Those Bolg's units are going to slaughter us. Please shoot them. Just, I'm not bothered about our casualties. Just shoot them. At least there's their bodyguard, and he is all alone. Let's try and get him. Normally the faction heirs have unique bodyguards. but he may be the second heir in the line, as the original heir may have already died. It's difficult to say. Ah, yes, no, he must be the second heir because there's Orc bodyguards there as well. Unless there are more than, unless there's more generals in the army that we don't know about. Oh, we've killed about 20 of them. Who are you? Haladan the Handsome. Don't think he's going to survive this. Arthurdine men-at-arms are showing their real strength and their elite status. Right, hit those bodyguards, let's do it. If only we had some of them in the battlefield. Some Royal Guard would absolutely slaughter these. Oh, he's breaking away, he's on his own. We got the charge bonus and now he's isolated. Come on, men! No! After saying that they're holding so well, they're now fleeing. Lumbermen turn to fight back though. Oh, right, if you're not being used, then come with me. Oh, there's not many of those Bogs champions left. We've lost a hell of a lot of casualties, but we're at least holding them back. How are the body generals doing? Oh, they're not doing very well. But they're still attacking the general though. Look at them, they're barely even charging and they're taking men out. This game engine is so old. Oh, the Cardlin, yes, go on friend. Taking down the hunters, bit at a time. Situation. Let's get another charge off. Is anyone not doing anything? Yes, you are no longer firing. You're not really that useful in melees, but we'll turn them around to face. Oh, and good charge, killed about 20. Oh, if you've still got the strength to charge, then pull away and carry on. Alright, we've broken that right hand side. So, flank into those goblins. You are now entirely free to carry on firing. The Bogs champions have been reduced to 8, and however many survived through over here. But they won't do very well against the spearmen. Oh, I've never heard anyone scream when they get charged into. That was interesting. Right, you guys. How we're going to hit them in the rear. Have you fired all your arrows as well? Very well. There's no use in standing about. They are awful in melee, the woodland hunters. Beyond awful. They're worse than awful. Oh, those lumbermen are doing really well. No wonder those orcs haven't charged us. I think we're tipping the balance, everyone. If we can just kill their general,
We've lost half of our men.
we'll get a massive bonus. Again, a very effective charge on his bodyguard unit there.
Keep out of sight.
Our general could fight, but we will hold him in reserve.
Ready yourselves.
Go on then, take out those skirmishers. These Arthur men-at-arms are doing very well. The sentinels are fleeing. They've been broken by the hunters. I'm going to use you to take out those hunters. The hunters are so strong in melee. They are so strong in melee. 13 attack. They can hide anywhere, effective against armor. They frighten nearby enemy infantry. But their defense is almost purely defense skill, although I notice Hummingbird has given them 2 armor. Which I'm afraid Hummingbird I will change because they don't wear any armor. And the cloth that's strewn about their neck I don't think can really count as armor in this instance. They have finished. So if you two come over here. Is anyone still actually firing? Yes, they are. Hit them. There aren't very many of you, but do what you can.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
2 of those bold champions are still knocking about. There's only 30 of them left, but they're protected by a shield of goblin infantry. What are we on? Percentage is about the same, but then we are outnumbered 2 to 1, so 60% of them is twice as much. Should make them rout with you charging in the back there. Sees that side nicely sandwiched. A lot of archers still in the middle, but we're doing alright over there. Let's pull back and get another charge. They've got, what are they? Snagger skirmishers, not a problem. Our generals have both survived so far as well, which is very rare for this campaign. I've lost almost every general I've had, which has been annoying. Those wooden hunters are doing very well. Their reinforcements are arriving and they're totally surrounded. Our only hope to keep them alive is if the cavalry can continue their charging. Let's pull our general into it. Very good charge, very good charge. Howard to... he's the only one left. Oh, and look, there is a general in a 1-to-1 fight with an Arthur man-at-arms. Oh, our general's getting peppered now. Use the cavalry to go and deal with some archers. Don't know which one that is, but killing him regardless will deal a massive blow. I don't know where the other one is, in here somewhere. Can't see the star on the map. I have faith in our little man-at-arms.
We'll protect these lands.
Cavalry will be absolutely knackered by now. They have excellent stamina though, so they would have gone on longer than anyone else.
Keep out of sight.
Risky move to use my general, I know, but he's very strong in melee, so... Try and bring down some of those skirmishes. How are we doing on the other side? Oh, we're doing alright, we're doing alright. The line is crushing the resistance in front of us. Oh, and the lumbermen have survived. 16 of them. Try and get those skirmishes if you can. Oh, we're still firing arrows.
Ready yourselves.
Easy pickings over there for the cavalry. This is where the crux is. Well, not the crux per se, but if the enemy managed to destroy us here, they could sweep in the side. But then the men-at-arms have done so well, I can't see them breaking now. Although, you should never say something like that. Well, there's one general, and the other one, I don't know if you saw, was over here. He's only got 9 men left. Or 9 goblins left. 8 now. Don't know where the actual leader is, though. Ah, there he is. Woodland Hunters. So it's only a matter of time before the 2 generals fall, but I can't really speed up their demise. Although, because these are stuck in there, let's throw javelins animation pattern. Unfortunately, in this game, and in the base game, it's not just a DAC problem, but in the base game too, if a unit is told to throw its javelins or fire its arrows at an enemy unit, for some reason, if you charge that unit in melee, the AI, your units as humans, if they're firing arrows and they're charged in melee, they'll swap to their swords and they'll fight.
Swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
But for the AI, if they tell their units to throw or fire something and then they're engaged in melee, then the unit will carry on trying to throw or fire something, and only the units around where the enemy have penetrated their lines will actually draw melee weapons. And what it often leads to in cases like that, as you saw, those 19 men didn't lose a single soldier and just cut a huge line into the goblin ranks. Because they just weren't fighting back. Are they still going? Yes, they are. Let's see if the charge of all those wardens will finish the day. That would have slaughtered him. All of them with their spears down. That was ridiculous. Someone get the finishing blow on this one. If one of their generals dies, to be honest, I think we'd have mass routing. I can't really see how we can lose this anymore. But they can certainly hurt us. As long as we kill both generals, but then we definitely will. As long as we have cavalry alive, we can chase down any general that tries to run. I can't believe he survived all that time. Yes, he's down! And the routing has begun already. Which one was that? Agorolg. Brilliant. That man deserves a medal. Keeping him pinned for all that time. Right, so only Orcabal's forces over here are still fighting. They're fleeing, they're fleeing. They will soon flee when they are as outnumbered as I'm about to make them. So if you charge those units again.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
There we are. Routing on a vast scale. We just need to kill Orcabal. Oh, he's over there now. Pull those out and charge him. Oh, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
And run them down.
End it.
Our foe
yes.
is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember this day remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
Mistvan, you demon. And I think it should come as absolutely no surprise to see that the top killer by almost 300 kills were the cavalry. They gained 5 experience points in that battle alone. Goodness gracious me. And Hollin is free of the orc filth. The taint of the goblin scum has been washed free of this land. Mistvan did remarkably well to hold that battle, but the Dúnedain cavalry are what took it. Kill any that survive. Now this has been an orc town since pretty much the beginning of the game. So let's sack it, let's just sack it. Have we got a... Oh, that was a mission. Oh, Thedain Royal Guard. Oh, Edoras has fallen. The world is crumbling around us. No! Not yet, Eriador. I need you to be my ally a little longer. Ah, no. Of course we're going to side with the men of Bree. I struggle to play this game unlaw-like. But it's just not convenient timing. We're going to have such a scramble to assemble troops on the west. But then that victory over the Orcs will seriously cripple them. That was 2 vast armies with 2 9-star generals. We can only run out as one. Would you prefer it were the aggressor? No. Kerandros is under attack. We need to get out as well. Rohan is now falling around itself. Isengard have taken it as well. That does not bode well. Oh, and they're not going to be at war with us yet, but
Yes.
give them,
This
I don't know,
tower
a
will keep
turn.
vigil over the lands.
Greedy buggers. I can't. It's the problem with these turn-based games. You can't step anything up. Like everything
No.
takes so long. And what are you doing in Enmaharth? Oh my word! I need you back because I don't think I'm allied to the forces of Khazad-dûm. No, I'm not. I don't really want to train another diplomat. I think it's such a waste of money. Well, Gandalf's getting a secondary force there. We're now making a lot more money thanks to the fact that half that army died. Get a muster ground, then your library. Oh, you can retrain them. That would just be blacksmith. Anything that's not useful to us, you're not useful to us. You're not useful. I'd like to have made a way that... oh no, I think I probably could do that actually. Using some very tricky, some sneaky bit of coding. I think it might be possible because you can do a requirement per unit rather than per building. But you might be able to make it so that it would take an absolute mountain of modding though. It would take so long. But sorry, I'm so going in circles. I might be able to make it that a town that has an archery range or stables in it already can then increase the quantity of cavalry
Yes,
or
my
archers
lord.
that you can train as
Yes.
one of the few factions who don't use the
This
standard
tower will
system.
keep vigil over the lands.
But as I say, it would be
Honor.
a monumental task because I think you'd have to include, for all cavalry, you'd have to include an entry that had a cavalry, like an entry in the governing file that says this town has a stables, or this town has an archery range, and you'd have to include an entry that says this town doesn't have a stables or doesn't have an archery range. Because I always think of that. I always think, because of the new system, the old archery range and the old stables are now completely useless to the Northern Dúnedain, and to the wild men and to Cand. And I always just think, like, if there was a stables there, you'd use the stables that was there, but it's just a tricky bit of modding. But I am going to end this video there. So that's the Northern Dúnedain campaign. Continue it on again as we dive now into real trouble. It's hotting up and it's becoming very enjoyable, I must admit. So stay tuned for more Northern Dúnedain. Indeed, stay tuned tomorrow for Dorwinian continuation, and then hopefully Umbar on Monday. And then we'll see where we are through the week. But as I say, I'm away for the end of this week, so there won't be anything on Thursday. Unless I find the time tomorrow, and then I can schedule it, I suppose. So stay tuned, who knows. But thank you very much for watching again indeed. I'm something like 10 subscribers away from 1,000 people, so thank you very much indeed for that. I never thought I'd get anywhere near that amount. And it's been a pleasure to have guided you through Divide and Conquer thus far, and I do hope to continue as long as I am in control of the mod. I shall happily do some videos to show it off. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm Arachir Galadirthan, the modding leader of Divide and Conquer, and until we speak again, Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.